Yo! What's up, everybody? It's Superfly Fat Guy 859 coming at you yet again. And this time I'm coming at you with a flashlight review on a light that I got for the Cyber Monday sale at goinggear.com. And it's the Olight S10 Baton. Okay? It's a single cell. It's a CR123 battery. It puts out a whopping, look at this, 400 lumens. Just outrageous output for such a small light. It's phenomenal. It weighs almost next to nothing really as far as lights is concerned. I mean, we're talking, I don't have an exact weight, but I mean, we're talking, ooh, man, sub 2 ounces, I would say. Ounce and a half maybe. And, you know, maybe 2 inches long. I mean, it's a tiny light, and it's a phenomenal light. 400 lumens. It's got 3 modes. And well, let me go ahead and show you how it works. So you have this button here, okay, and you have to hold it. You turn it on. Well, actually, I have it in lockout mode. We'll talk about that in a second. But you turn it on, and then you hold it to go through the separate modes. Now, you saw 4. That's actually making my hand warm. Like, that's crazy. You saw 4 modes there for a second, but if I go back through them, 1, 2, 3. And then back to low, and we'll go over that in a second. But basically, it's 4 modes, and then you have a lockout mode, and then if you turn it off and turn it back on really quick, you have a strobe at full 400 lumen capacity. Okay. If you want a couple of the other specs here, you can go ahead and. You should be able to see that, so go ahead and pause that. But you're looking at 400 lumens, max runtime, or max throw rather, is 104 meters. Max runtime is 360 hours, and that's on that extremely low mode. It can be dropped from 2 meters, and it can be submerged 2 meters underwater. Okay, now that we got all that fancy shit out of the way, let me show you. Basically, this is, like I said, this is how it comes in the in this clear box here. It comes with a lanyard and a replaceable. It's not really. Let's see. We'll call it a back strap. I don't really a tail end there. And basically, the reason why it comes with a replaceable one is because this one is magnetic, and I think this is like aluminum that I'm trying to stick it to, so of course it's not gonna stick very well. Here we go. Let's pull out the Wilder Forge. Okay, there you go. It's extremely, it's very strong actually. I was thoroughly impressed with the strength of this magnet. It's pretty phenomenal, and that's basically just so that you can stick it to anything, you know, and have it sit there, you know, while you're working, so it's hands-free working. But it comes with a replaceable one if you don't like that magnet for whatever reason. If you have this in your pocket and you think it's gonna do harm to other electronics, things like that, it comes with replaceable O-rings as well. And it comes with a pocket clip, and you know, you see this pocket clip here, but I want to tell you something. The day that I bought this, okay, I said, you know what, I want to try the pocket clip and see if I like it, okay, or try it without the pocket clip, sorry, and see if I like it. Just throw it in my, throw it in the bottom of my pocket and see if I like it. And the very first night, I realized that's not gonna be, that's not the way that I want to carry this, and we'll talk about that in a second. So I gotta put this puppy back on. And it snaps in 2 on me. So as you can see there, there's only half of the damn clip. So awesome. Again, I can't say enough about Going Gear's customer service, because I emailed them and got them, you know, and I also messaged them on Facebook because I didn't know which one they would get to faster. They replied to me on both, actually, the very next, you know, business day, the next morning. And they said that they don't have the clips on hand, but what they can do is they'll contact Olight and have Olight send them one in their next order, their next, you know, shipment of flashlights. So that's what they did, and man, I bet I got this within a week, I would say. So that was pretty amazing. Now, let's see. I got weight. Told you about the lumens. Okay, let me tell you about this. There's another phenomenal thing, and then we're gonna go to some cons. The other night, let's see, when was this? Was this actually, this was last night. I carried this, you know, I've been carrying it for about 3 weeks now. And last night I went out, I took the garbage out and it was late, and I went out to smoke a DeJarme cigarette, whatever you want to say. It's like a clove cigar, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I took this and I took my lighter out with me, and I was sitting out on the porch smoking, and I forgot my light and my lighter in my pocket, and I took my pants off. I threw them in with my dirty clothes, and I washed this today, and as you just saw, it works. I washed it. I didn't dry it though. I caught it before I put it in the dryer, so I don't know what that would have done, but I'm here to tell you I washed this thing and it works flawlessly still. I took it out. I was pissed. Oh, I was mad. But as soon as I turned it on, it worked flawlessly. Now, like I said, there's a lockout mode, okay? So on and off, just a press of the button. But if you want lockout mode, while it's off, you hold it. And then that light comes on, and then that light goes off. When that happens, now I'm pressing this button, and nothing's happening. That's lockout mode. And then to get out, you just hold it again, and then it comes on this mode here, which is like super, super low. And then you'll see now we got low, medium, and high. Okay. Then so that was 4 modes, but now when I go back through, there's only 3. Okay. So that last one, I guess, is like a moonlight mode. I don't know how many lumens it is, but I imagine it's only, you know, just a few, 2 or 3 maybe. But here's the thing. This button here's where this review is gonna get take some hits, because this button is way too easy to hold. And what I mean by that is, you know, for the guys that wear like skinny jeans, or, you know, kind of snug fit jeans, I'm sorry to tell you guys, but this is not the light for you. Because if you throw this in your pocket with other things, or even just by itself, when it's pressed up against your leg, you're gonna hold that, okay? You're gonna end up holding that button, and when you do, you know, you're gonna start cycling through modes. And actually, I was down my dad's yesterday, and his girlfriend's granddaughter was like, "Oh, there's something going off in your pocket. I don't know what it is." And it was this flashlight cycling through modes. So here's what I've done. I've carried this thing without the pocket clip, just in the bottom of my pocket, and I've found that it's pressed up against either other things in my pocket or my leg while I'm driving, mostly while I'm sitting somewhere, driving, or, you know, sitting at the house, or, you know, wherever I'm at. And it'll press up against my leg or whatever else is in my pocket, and that button will get pressed, and then, you know, cycle through modes. And it'll you know, I mean, all it takes is for it to hold it, and then all of a sudden now we're cycling, or we got it on, then say it jumbles around a little bit and it's on, and then it falls up against something else, and then it holds it again. Now we're cycling through modes, okay? And that's where it gets tricky, because in your pocket, it's going to start cycling through modes and running down your battery. So I said, you know what, let me try the pocket clip. So, you know, I had the little thing where the pocket clip broke, got the new one, started carrying it in my pocket, and no matter which way I carried it, so say this would be my pocket, you know, sitting in my pocket, the button is exposed here, okay? And somehow, some way, it would get pressed. It would get pressed and it would cycle through modes. So then I figured out, well, maybe if I take the pocket clip and cover up the button with the pocket clip. And that worked, except for when I'm driving and my big ass leg is pressed up against the door, the car door. Even though there's not enough room for that to press up against the pocket clip, my pants are in there. And they're tight enough to squeeze down on that button and cycle through modes. The only way that I've found to carry this without any of that happening is just like this and thrown in the bottom of the pocket. So that basically means that I have covered up the button completely with the pocket clip, but I have it just laying in the bottom of my pocket. That way, if anything beats or bangs, it's not getting to that button whatsoever, okay? And that is literally the only way that I've found to carry this light. It's a phenomenal light. Let me show you some run times here, because this kind of astonished me too. I guess this is another hit that, that it's going to take, but basically the 400 lumens you only get for about 10 minutes. So I don't know how well you're going to see this or not, because I can't really see the camera too well. This straight line here that drops down and then goes straight out, that's on high, and you see how it's at 400 lumens? Literally 10 minutes later, it's dropped down to 300. So after 10 minutes of use, you've already lost 100 lumens. And then after 3/4 of an hour, it drops like a lead balloon, you know, down to nothing, to dead. So I mean, that's kind of a that's not kind of, that's definitely hit there as well. So I mean, I don't know. Would I buy this light again, knowing what I know now? No, probably not. If I was gonna go for another EDC light, knowing what I know now about this light, I would find a tail click switchy, or a tail click switch light of some kind with high lumens, and about the same price, because I mean they're all over the place. I don't think you're gonna find something this small with 400 lumens, but you can find something with a couple hundred lumens that would be just fine with a tail click and a better pocket clip and a button that wouldn't be so damn easy to press and hold. So I would have to say, I mean, you know, I don't like to give numbers and ratings and stuff like that, but I really like the light. I love the output of the light. However, the placement of that button and the ease of that button to press and hold really gives this light a huge hit in my book. I can't suggest this to anybody. Now, if you're going to carry this, say, in your shirt pocket, or I don't even know really, if you're going to throw this in like a bag of some kind, maybe, as long as it's not pressed up against anything, then this is a phenomenal light. But if you're going to have it clipped in your pocket or anything like that, or not have the pocket clip on it, you're going to run down, you're going to go through batteries like you wouldn't believe, because as you just saw there, I mean, on high, this thing drops down less than an hour, your shit's dead. So anyway, guys, that is my review of the Olight S10 Baton and 400 lumen light, 400 lumen EDC light. Fantastic, except for the button. And really, that is a deal breaker, because that's the damn power switch. So, alright guys, that's pretty much all I got. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. Take her easy, guys.